Mr. Richardson, standard question. What was the purpose of your visit? How did it come about?
Well, in FIBA in Europe, we've started a new project called the Small Countries Officiating Development Project. This has been rolled out to 16 small federations, and Malta is one of my 5 adopted countries, and this is my first visit to the island in the capacity of assisting the development of officials all across the island, different ages, from international down to the complete new faces. This will be the first of about 2 or 3 visits in the first season, and then we'll see how it goes after that.
Well, you've had a 2-day clinic. What was your feeling on it? How do you rate it?
I think, from my perspective, I think it was quite successful. The feedback that I've had from the referees has been very enthusiastic, and everybody seems to be positive about it. They were a little bit shocked at the beginning with, I don't take any prisoners, but and I've seen some early signs of progress, that people have taken on board some of the things that they've said even after the first day. So it's all positive.
What is your standard reference to referees regarding before a match and during a match, both in the physical and the mental aspect?
Well, as I've been stressing them in the first day and again this morning, is that the pre-game is just as important as the post-game. Pre-game is the meeting between the officials, 2 of them or 3 of them, how they're going to plan the game, how they're going to react in situations, how they're going to communicate, cooperate, and hopefully be consistent. And then at the end of the game, they're going to question themselves, did we do what we said we would do before the game? So at the end of the game, there's the feedback and the analysis, which I've been doing with a couple of games so far, which seems to be very positive from the sides of the referees. It seems a little bit new to them in the way that I did it. But yes, I think over a period of time, and the coaches seem positive about it also. So the reactions will be judged later, I think.
Well, you mentioned the FIBA initiative about the small European countries. Malta stands to benefit from it, and I think they form part of a working group.
Malta is on the, I think it's Roger, the Secretary General from Malta. He's part of the Small Countries Commission. So that's the political side of it. But the Small Countries Officiating Development Project is the referee department from Munich, and about 12 international instructors from other countries who are now involved, so we can divide up the 16 countries and do the work in all of the countries. I'm not sure that the level of the work will be the same, because standards are different across the 16 countries, but they will certainly get a lot of support and help from us.
Well, we can say that since the 80s, Malta has had its share of international referees. I think they're being well served at the moment with a good number of European appointments.
Yes, that's very true. Bernard and Gordon are regularly appointed to games in Europe. I think that's a good sign from referees coming from small countries to play, to officiate in the big competitions, the men's. Hopefully that will continue, because all the reports that they get is they more than justify the nominations.
Well, last question, Mr. Richardson. It's a personal question. You've had your fair share of refereeing, quite a distinguished career. World Cup, European, Olympics. There must have been highlights in your officiating.
Well, I was asked this question yesterday, and I said I can think of 2 that stand out. In order of merit, was the World Championship semi-final in 1986, which was the Soviet Union against Yugoslavia. The game, there was 9 points down. The Russians were down 9 points down with something like 53 seconds, and they scored three three-pointers and went into overtime and won that was an enormous game. And the other one that I really stand out was 1992, the pre-Olympic tournament in Portland, USA, where I officiated the Dream Team, the real Dream Team, Michael Jordan and company, 3 times, and finished up officiating the final between the USA and Puerto Rico, if you could call it a final. 30 points was the best result that Puerto Rico got against all the other countries. But that was, watching 12 superstars on and off, like every time there was a substitution, I'd keep pushing my jaw up to see another one. So, yeah, I think those two really outstand. I had other finals, but those two really stand out.